everybody, Anthony Dodge with another episode of the Märklin Outsider. And today I have a new acquisition to introduce to you, but it's not from Märklin, it is from Roco. Now Roco is probably my second favorite company after Märklin in terms of just how I like their locomotives and their rolling stock. Very well done. Fair priced, good priced, very good quality. Brava is probably another one that's up there. But I just seem to like Roco and Brava a lot because when they make stuff for the Märklin system, they really do a good job. I've never had any problems transitioning. Where Pico, I do have problems with some of their AC stuff when I put it on the layout. I bought a few Pico and I've gotten rid of half of them. Pico is hit and miss for me. It's not a knock on the company. I'm talking about their AC product. Anyhow, this is, and I could show you the box, but the camera's been having trouble focusing on it. So we'll just give up on that. It is model number 78181. It is a Class BR650 diesel rail car. Now, Joyce and I first saw these in 2017, I think in the Frankfurt or the Nuremberg station, and thought, wow, those look a little different than what we've seen before. And then in 2019, when we stayed in the city of Worms, we actually rode these a couple times up to Mainz and from Worms to Speyer. So it fits in with the, hey, we had to have ridden on it. The one only downside is any of these, whether Märklin, Roco, Pico, they always make these units one, and I guess they want you to buy 2 or 3 more and spend all that extra cash rather than making one plus a couple of dummy units to run as a proper consist. So that being said, let's get it out of the box and let's look at it, and then we'll run it in, and then I'll give you my final rundown on it. All right, well, now that we have run it in, let's get a look at this new model. All right, so here it is. This is a Deutsche Bahn Regio BR Class 650 diesel rail car in that bright Verkehrsrot traffic or transportation red of Deutsche Bahn Regio, the German national railway system. I have always liked this livery. I just love the brilliant red with the white or gray trims. And it is a little different if you were to compare it to my Lindt Class 648s. So this little guy will be running one of the small loops on the one side of my table. But as we come around and look at it, again, the very high quality printing and detailing, the door signs, everything. What you'd expect from a good quality Roco. Now, this did measure in a little bit lightweight compared to locomotives. Now, it isn't a locomotive, it is a rail car, but it came in at 319 grams, which means that when I do run it on the incline, if I were to run it on the long loops, it might struggle a bit. But anyhow, here we get the front end detailing. You can see the lights are already on. We have reverse of direction. So, very nice. Now, this has 16 sound and light functions, but many of the functions only work when the model is actually moving. For example, there are a lot of sound functions that only work when you have the main running sounds on, which I'll turn on in a second, and then when I run it, I'll play the diesel sounds. But you've got your horns. You've even got a conductor's whistle. And then most of the other light and sound functions operate when you turn it on. So let's hear it start up. As you can see on the top, not a lot of detail, but these don't have a lot of detail in real life on the top while we're listening to the diesel engine. It is fitted with interior lighting. And here you can see with the lights off that it does in fact have interior lighting. Very nice interior lighting. And you get a nice close look at the details in there. So, overall, very nice. Very nice. All right, so let's give this a quick loop around the track. Again, not a lot of highlights to feature. It is what I call basic. Basic to me is anything with 8 to 16 functions. It's going to have the basics. But I have turned on a lot of the functions for its running session here. So let's go ahead and watch it go around the layout a bit, and we'll see how it handles things. Does have a little bit of a squeal sound effect for when it goes around the curves. So we'll watch it go up the incline here. It's currently running at about 55 miles per hour. So there you can see it's actually going up pretty steady. So not too bad. A little bit of a slowdown in there, but for its lightweight and the type of car it is, that's nothing to be disappointed with. Going through Delmenhorst Station. Although I don't think Delmenhorst Station would see one of these because I think these tend to be in Central and Southern. All right, so let's just take one last look around. It does come with appliques, decals, and so forth that you can put destination signs in these windows here. As well as it does have the Baden-Württemberg state symbols that you can place here and here. It did come with those to put on. I'm not going to put those on. Although it would have been nice if they had already applied them anyhow here, but they give you choices, which is why they didn't apply them, which in some ways I think is very cool. It's nice that you can have choices and customize it to your region. Unfortunately, very rarely do you find something that has the Niedersachsen, Bremen, Delmenhorst area. All right, so that is the Class BR 650. Back to me for a final wrap-up. Okay, so there you've seen some up close of it, a little bit of seeing it running around the layout. Now, obviously, it wasn't great going up or down the inclines on my layout. It is lightweight. I think I mentioned it in the review. It was 319 grams. It is kind of lightweight, and the motor isn't exceptionally strong, but these are not high-speed, high-powered things to begin with. They are short, regional rail cars. But it ran smoothly. I think the motor's a little loud. I did do all the usual pre-oiling, checking, make sure everything's good. But again, nothing that's out of the ordinary. And it's not going to be running them big loops on my layout and going up those inclines. It's going to be running on my Bremen/Hanover side, on the little circular regional thing coming out of the Bremen-Hanover station, and the little mini stop on the other side until I rebuild that side. So overall, very pleased with it. I think it's sharp, and it's something different. It's got a little unique look to it compared to the two Lint Class 648 DMUs that I run. That said, this car comes in many different liveries. There are many companies that use it. I went with the Deutsche Bahn Regio because they did not have the other one I liked. There is a, I even forget the name of the company, but it's where the Deutsche Bahn Regio is red, it's blue and white. So it was really sharp, and I would have gotten that one because we rode one of those too, and it was the first one we ever saw in Frankfurt, I think it was. Anyhow, so I'm babbling here, so I will cut this video short and say thanks for tuning in and watching. I hope you had enjoyed that look at my little Class 650, and it's going to be a regular on my live streams, so hopefully you'll tune in and see that. So until next video, I will say Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains.